What's going on, y'all? This your boy Teddy Blackman, and today we're gonna get into some of these YouTube analytics. We're gonna discuss some things, but you could use it all over. Now, my goal was to use Twitter's analytics, but the analytics page is always under construction. Elon, you've been doing a great job over there, but please, can you get that right? Can you get that squared away for me, please? Thank you, sir. Um, so I'm gonna use YouTube because this one is a lot easier layout, smoother to talk about and everything. We're gonna talk about platforms, growing them. This is gonna be like an entry level YouTube University platform growth, tutorial and whatnot. And again, these are all suggestions. They might not work, they might work, but I'm gonna give you some things that I'm pretty sure are gonna work for you in growing platforms if that's what you really want to do. But before we do that, as the great Shawn Michaels, aka Heartbreak Kid, would say, hit my theme music.
Welcome to Teddy's Universe, where we get real wild and we put in work. I said.
Welcome back. All right, now we got that out the way. Click that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed and you see this, hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. We're so close to 2,000 followers, subscribers on here. We can almost just taste it, in the words of the great Patrick. Anyways, so as you can see up here, I have some things that's broken down into sections, including the quick little rundowns. You can see this year alone, the page has 308,000 views. Did I say that right? 800,000. There you go. Views. It's stemming from the United States, India, United Kingdom, Canada, the Philippines, Germany, Indonesia. We're worldwide. Top cities are New York, LA, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, London, Philadelphia, Charlotte. Again, we're going to get into the age range, which is very important because you need to know like what age range, what generations you're making content for, or what generations your content is appealing to, and also gender. You need to know what style your content should cater to. So for me this year, my content is catering more towards males, which is a complete turnaround from last year. Last year it was 86% female, 14% male. This year it's 75% male, and I think it was 25% female. I'm appealing to the 18 to 24 year olds, basically all the way from 18 to 54 year olds, which means I'm appealing to almost everybody. I'm not appealing to the kids because 13 to 17 was awfully low. And then if you're like, no disrespect, but if you're like super old, you know what I'm saying, like that 55 to 65, I'm not really appealing to them either yet. But I'm working on y'all. I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I'm figuring out with it. But 18 to 54, I know what y'all like. And I'm going to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, as you can see, numbers are okay, they could be better, but it takes time. So we're going to get into some things that you could do on YouTube and other platforms if they had the same kind of layout that will help you grow. First thing that I always preach to people is, first and foremost, whatever craft that you're doing, stockpile it. If you draw pictures and post them online, have a bunch of them saved up. You know what I'm saying? This will make your workload a little bit lighter because it's going to have to get heavier in other areas eventually. And what you don't want to do is overwhelm yourself, mixed in with you might have a job, you got kids, you're married, you have all these other responsibilities that's super prioritized over this. So what you want to do is you want to be super efficient, effective, in a timely manner. You know what I'm saying? How they want you to be at work, technically. So you want to stockpile whatever kind of content you're making. If you play video games, stockpile those videos. Before you drop your first video, stockpile a bunch of them up. You know what I'm saying? When I first started making comedy skits and short films, we dropped the initial one that we shot, and then we might have made like 15 comedy skits before we dropped the next one. You know what I'm saying? And it's just been like that ever since. Like even right now, I have about maybe 20, 25 videos that I'm just holding on to in my phone. And not because I'm really stockpiling, but because I'm going through like a little phase right now where it's like I'm recording stuff. I like it at first, but then it sits around. You ever had something, you watch something so much that you start not to like it, and now you don't want to. I'm going through that right now. But yeah, you want to stockpile content because it makes your job a little bit easier down the line. Also, it makes it easier on yourself if you ever come across like writer's block. If you're a writer, poet, you know, you write books or anything like that, sometimes you just not motivated. Sometimes you don't have something to get you going to write. You know what I'm saying? And in those cases, you'll have stuff that you can still get out there while you're trying to solve these problems. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it comes down to that. So once you get the content out the way, it comes down to like, to me, it comes down to two major things: networking and marketing. Now marketing is the most important thing to me. Like, I market when I can. If I have the resources to market, and the more resources I have to market, the more I do it. And I suggest anybody doing anything should do the same. So I put in money into like my platforms over these last couple of years, and the growth has been tremendous. Now, when I say put money into the platforms, do I mean buy followers? No, you don't have to buy followers. Do I mean like buying likes and stuff like that? No, you don't have to buy likes. Now, if you like those people that do, it's nothing wrong with that because it only helps out. If you're willing to spend the money, do your thing. It only makes everything looks more, appealing to the casual or to corporations or businesses, whoever you're trying to appeal to. So when I say marketing, you know how they have those little things on the sites where you can pay, and then they like just throw your video out there, like the ads, sponsor ads, I think they call them. Yeah, I'm big into like doing things like that. Um, I'm big into like, you're paying. I think Instagram, you got like the hoods, Say Cheese TV, where you can kind of get your stuff on there. DMV Hoods and News and all those type of little curator pages that help promote talent all around the area in the world. You pay to get on those pages. It gives you exposure. Basically, you want to give yourself exposure. And what you're doing is, if you need a different way of looking at it, it's investing in yourself. It's the same thing as like having stocks. And I'll compare it to stocks because you'll invest in a stock, and let's say you buy like $1 of something, and you have to let it sit around, and hopefully it builds up over time. This is the same thing in kind of a similar situation. So you put money into these accounts. Like, I think overall over the last couple of years, I might have spent about a couple of hundred, maybe a few hundred, maybe about $300 into like my accounts as far as like marketing and networking and stuff goes. And the money I made back has been way past that. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you start making like money off your content and stuff like that, you'll be like, damn, I should have put more into it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can still put more into it, to reach other levels and stuff like that. So when it comes to marketing, that's going to be your most important thing. I feel like you don't even like need talent, how much marketing plays into things. You know what I'm saying? Also, when it comes to marketing, I want to say that's when networking comes into play too. So networking is like you're meeting other content creators in your field or other fields, and you're maybe like collabing. Now, collabing is very important because you're combining viewership of both parties. You're appealing to other people who like to see other people together, working together, playing together, whatever it is. If it's a good look, if it's funny, sexy, cooking, whatever, people just like to see people together. You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to like stuff like that. So try to network with as many people as you can. So what I'm trying to work on now is gathering like a lot of people and having like a content day. And it's a day where I'm gonna try to invite a bunch of content creators in one little spot, and we just use the whole day to shoot content. You know what I'm saying? So I know everybody has like different schedules and all that. Like, so I'm trying to put that together. No timetable, but just an idea of what I'm trying to get to. And then, we all can help market each other stuff by posting each other and shouting each other out when we post the stuff, and et cetera, et cetera. You know how that goes. Um, Also, because I know you already hear about people talking about the hashtags and the keywords and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go through like that kind of stuff here. So I will touch on like, the short videos and stuff like that. So YouTube, I think it's YouTube Shorts. Instagram is Reels, and TikToks is TikToks. Um, those are going to be your best friend, at least in this time period. Now, in a year or so, things might change, but until then, you have to go with what's hot. YouTube post shorts. If you upload long videos, which I'm just now getting back into making longer videos, clip a couple of 30-second clips from the video and post them as shorts. Um, and now shorts and TikToks and Reels allow the platform to basically do the work for you. Facebook has Reels too, I think. They do the work for you. They upload them to custom servers, different servers, and other people can see it. They can follow you and things of that nature. So it's pretty much doing the work for you, making it a little bit easier. Now, when you have these options of having things like that become easier, you have to use the elbow grease in other areas. Don't just like, oh, this is easy, I'm gonna just chill like this. Nah, you have to put that work and time in another area. Marketing and networking. I'm telling you, marketing and networking is everything. Marketing and networking is everything. Um, Once you do that and you start to pull people in, it's like a train. You just get the locomotive going, and it pulls the first car. The first car pulls the second car. The second car pulls the third car, and then you got a train going. You know what I'm saying? Um, I will say, even though I preach marketing and networking with other people, collabing with other people, make sure you're squared away, like, by yourself though. Like, most of your content should be, your own foundation. Just in case like you have a falling out with somebody or something, and or you did 90% of your content with this person. Now y'all not together no more, or couples content, or y'all not seeing eye to eye, or a person moves, or God forbid a person gets arrested or pass away or something like that, and now you're just left by yourself. You should always have that foundation built for yourself already first before you venture out to other people. Um, when it comes to support, this wasn't supposed to be part of the video, but I just really need to touch on it because I hear a lot of people like talk about it. When it comes to support, it doesn't matter where your support comes from. Now, obviously, in a perfect world, you want your support to come from like your closest friends and family and things like that. But sometimes it just doesn't happen like that. Now, if it does, cool. Excuse me, but don't expect it to always happen like that, because it doesn't have to happen like that. As you can see through the slideshow, my support comes from all over the world: United States, India, United Kingdom, Canada, Philippines, Germany, Indonesia, Australia, South Africa, France, Baltimore, Miami, Phoenix, Denver, Nigeria, the Netherlands. It's all over the world, all ages, both genders, or however many genders it is. You know what I'm saying? It comes from all over. And if this is like your passion or dream, you should be willing to like get there no matter what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm trying to go to the store up the street, I can't have a set way that I really want to travel to the store. I should be willing to get to this store no matter which way I take it, as long as I got to go through a burning house or nothing like that crazy. You know what I'm saying? So just keep in mind, like, your goal is to appeal to the world, not just your hometown, not just your neighborhood. Now, if you're doing it just to like be cool in your neighborhood, then okay, but that's pretty much where it's gonna stay for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be like, think big basically. So that's about it, I think, for the most part. Networking, marketing, have fun. I forgot that should have been the first thing. Make sure you're having fun. It gets stressful, especially when you start making money, and it gets easy to kind of lose yourself once you start making money, because then you start to try to do stuff that you know would like make you quick money. I've fallen victim to that. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna, upload a bunch of TikToks. I'm not gonna drop my own skits no more. And I went through a phase like that. Of course, I got back into it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you just gotta have fun, network, marketing. If you're doing what you truly love, then you'll enjoy the journey, which I had to learn along the way, because it does, but come times where you're just not having fun, and then you take your breaks, and then when you take breaks, you lose your momentum, and then you got to start all over, and then all this and that, and then you're just, also comes from that also would be alleviated if you just stockpile content. You can schedule your posts. Make sure you have multiple platforms too. If you just upload stuff on Facebook, you're not giving yourself the best chance to grow. If you just upload stuff on Instagram, you're not giving yourself the best chance to grow. If you're on one thing, you should be on all things, or at least majority of things. If you're on Facebook, you should be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everything, because it's different people all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Some people I talk to on Instagram, they don't have Facebook because they think Facebook is only for old people. Some people I talk to on Instagram don't have a TikTok because they think TikTok is for kids. Like, you don't know. Meanwhile, I'm on everything, and I'm appealing to everybody on everything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if it's kids over there, they need to be liking these videos. If it's old people on Facebook, which is not true, by the way, they need to be on here liking and sharing these videos. You know what I'm saying? And by any means necessary, do it on Twitter, because you never know like what could pop. You never know who's watching, which is going to be my last thing I get into before I let you go. It's a long video, sorry. Be careful of like how you carry yourself on social media. And I'm saying you could be like raunchy, you could be hood if you're from the trenches and all that, but try not to incorporate so much like drama too. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who watching, or who's like wanting to give you an opportunity and kind of just watching you from a distance. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter, I interact with like super like corporations and stuff like that. I be interacting with McDonald's, KFC, and Lido's, and the Memphis Grizzlies follow me on Twitter and stuff like that. So it's like you can't just be like any kind of way. You got to carry yourself a certain way, because you never know who's watching, and where this opportunity is going to come from, or when something's going to take off, and then people look up all your old tweets like, oh, this person was this person was that. You know what I'm saying? So, just make sure you like keep yourself in line, the best that you possibly can. But other than that, I think that's going to about do it. If I left anything out, which I'm quite sure I did, because I don't know, I felt like I was just rambling just now. So any questions or concerns, you can drop those in the comments, and I definitely will answer those. Other than that, you can like, comment, subscribe, share. And before we go, I'm going to have to channel my inner Shawn Michaels again and hit my theme music.
Welcome to Ted B's Universe, where we get real wild and we put in work. I said